Okay, time to do the breakdown. Two things I want to do before I do is going over the height of this thing, because I forgot to do that. My ruler might not be big enough for this, actually. Let's try it. I'm going by it. Oh, it is tall enough. It is about 9 inches tall. Sitting pretty standard. Yeah, about 9 inches tall. I meant to do that in the review. I completely forgot about it, so you get it in the breakdown. But we're gonna break this guy down. But I just want to make a little bit of a change compared to the review, because I changed it last minute. When you open up the door, originally this was a 1x2 bracket with the 4 studs, and not one of these. I don't know what it's called, not the point. When I got done reviewing it, this popped out, so I decided to reinforce it and change it up. The purpose for this is that it makes it exactly 1 stud wide, which is right in that little space. So when you close it, it doesn't go any further and looks flush. They'll do it on the other side, but it's not as much problem. You have the plunger. I just want to make that abundantly clear, because I did make that change. So for Gigamesh, the guy who is going to be making a building instructions for this, which I will have linked in this video once he's able to get it done. I decided to change it to make it a little more sturdy for the breakdown. But we're going to break them down. The first thing we'll go over is the gun, because this is one of the more simple things. I'll see if I can figure out chapters on this video. But this is an easy understanding. Just get a good look at it. It's easy to figure out. I'll break a little bit of it down. You have... Oop, that's not supposed to come off. That's later. But it's this kind of setup for the gun section. Same thing for the bottom section, just inverted. Now the gun, I'm actually going to pull the gun off for a sec. I'm using one of these. You could probably get away with the brick and a plate method, but I found this to kind of work a little better, and it's just using one of these. Focus, you stupid phone. And I will do a 360 of it so you can get a good understanding of where everything is. This right here, oh, that's not what I'm trying to do. This little piece right here is a 2x2 brick with the 4 notches. And it does use 2 of these, I think. Yeah, I think it's only used 2 of these in total. The gun, pretty self-explanatory. Nothing too amazing. There's no way to get an axle all the way through, so it's just based off of sturdiness. Focus, stupid phone. I don't move them a lot, but still focus. But it is exactly a trash can and 4 bricks long. You could probably change the geometry of where this peg piece is to move the gun back a little bit more, but that'll need a little bit of reconstructing. Let me get my bucket so I can put all this in, because I'm not putting them back together. There. That's the trash bin. Enjoy. Oh no, I lied. There's 3 of them. He has another one on the side here. I think he also has some in the hips as well. No, he does not. So yeah, it only uses 3 of those pieces. Stay. Here's the arm. It uses an older one, where it has the socket and the joint in it. It uses one of, I can get it off because they're older, these bricks. This is a very old piece. Let me see if I can find the number on it real quick. It is parts number, if I'm reading this correctly, 41855. Bricklink that, you can find it pretty easily. They usually have an inventory of all the pieces. But that should be the piece. In fact, I'll pull on and read it again. It is 41855. You know what? Let's see if I can make some more light in here. Good, and I can read it better. But, yeah, it's a simple build. Uses the ratchets. My ratchet's a little bit worse for wear, but they still work. Then it uses the lightsaber hilt piece. The attachment, so it can articulate, uses the blue peg axles for it, so that way it works that way. And then just a normal 2 long axle for that attachment. The hand is simplistic. You can kind of figure out just by looking at it. That's done. Now, we're going to take the legs off. I'm only going to do one leg because they're mirrored. There's no difference between the legs. They're exactly the same. But, so I'll just put the other leg inside the box. I'm actually going to take this apart into its 3 components and go over each one by themselves. So, yeah, See if I can do chapters for this later. Let's see. I will pop this off. And as you can see, it is one of these brick things, a 2x6 version with both socket and joint. I'm going to put this back on because it shouldn't have come off. Pieces like to come off when they shouldn't. Focus, there we go. The inside, there is a 2x4 bracket and a 2x2 bracket overslung. Studs there. There is two 2x3s stacked on top of each other with ingots kind of filling those gaps, both the cutoff and non-cutoff slope, so you just mirror that. This piece is as obvious as it is. I really don't need to go into details. This is more like what I need to go into details, but it's basically a two 2x3s. One of these underslung ones is a more newer series of pieces, and then you start to fill in the gaps, because when you go about doing it, it gives more articulation because there's less in the way when it pivots over. That gives you that extra articulation. Now for the lower leg. Now this is mirrored. Originally I had these pieces on the other side. I since then changed that. So the print, because it's supposed to represent the print. That's in fact the whole reason that these dark gray pieces are on the side. It's to give that leg print that he had in the actual game. In fact, I'll keep that there so you have a better look at what I'm talking about when we talk about this stuff. And then just overall details in the front. But let's see if I can, hold on 1 second to see if I can break this down without, you know, making a giant fucking mess. Where's my brick separator? Time to bring in a brick separator. It's my first time doing something like this on this level. I don't do breakdowns because it's a pain in the ass. I might do it more often though. Okay, so that part is separated. That part is separated. It's not how I wanted to separate, but that works. We'll go with the internals first so I can kind of reassemble it. But it is just a normal brick, a ball joint, whatever you call this brick thing. It is an actual Lego piece. It uses two of these on the side, so this would be the outer side of the leg. This is the left leg, so yeah, you would have the print on the outside legs. So helps to fill in gaps and everything. If I pull this kind of apart, you can see it's a 4x4. There is the over here destroying all my hard work. But this is the bracket pieces, the 1x4s with the 1x2 with plates, and it just fills in some gaps throughout the rest of the build. You already saw this stuff, so you don't need to see it again. I'll just show on the leg again so you know what the underside looks like. Get a good look at it. Now, for the outer shell, if I put it back together a little bit, this is the outer shell. You can see 2x4 brackets. One of these shield pieces. It's only attached to the 4 studs. The rest are ingots to give some mechanical detail, but still keep it smooth. There's a 1x4 brick here. I had to use 2x4s. I couldn't find any more 4x4s, but you can use 4x4s to make it more sturdier and also make it more simplistic if you want. Again, this is to go out to gigamesh. Don't ask me why he has that name. But as you can see here, it is the grill slope, a 1x2 bracket with the 1 stud, a 1x3, 1x4, and 1x4 tile. And they all kind of just plug together. This all right here is a 2x6. So there you go. That's the outer leg. This can all go in the junk box now. Yay! Enjoy the box at which sure is named after. Oh, also, this brick is supposed to fill in the gap that would be in this little area right here. You can use whatever brick. I just grabbed random. I think there's a translucent one in there for this one. Either way. Last but not least, the foot. Now the foot is a simplest build. You get to kind of see how it works, but I will kind of disassemble it so you can see it a little bit better. Come on, cooperate for me. I'm on camera, dude. Cooperate. But as you can see, it's just a simple builds such as this, where there is the handpiece, 2 long axles, and you can use gray instead of black. I cheaped that at the end and used black for the outer foot because I was bored and didn't want to take too long on it. But yeah, it's a simple build, and it kind of plugs into here. You can kind of see everything is. In fact, let me see if I can take it apart a little better. Hold on. Let me see if I can separate this a little better. I hope this is working because I'm not good at breakdowns on any kind of scale, actually. God damn it. There we go. So it would just be one of these over all this assembly right here. It would go over here and over here. This has to be open for the axle piece of the hand to push through. So yeah, as you can see, it barely goes over and is barely shy there. But you could basically see the plate set up. Give me a second here. There we go. Let's give it a little 360 so you can see it better. And this is all stacking plates to get that squared off minifigure foot look. But yeah, it's mostly 1x up plates. Like this is a 1x4, and then there's a 2x4 going here and here. If I remember correctly, let me a sec here to pop this out. If I remember correctly, because there's 1x2s on the inside, I believe. Going all through, this one right here goes all the way through to here and is a 2x3. So a 2x3 in this little spot right here, and then a 2x4. 1x2s. All right, no, it's the corner 1x3s, the ones right here. 1x2s, 1x1s, so on, so on. You can kind of focus. You can kind of see it just by looking at it, and I will do a slow motion 360 so you can get a better look of it. Because again, Gigamesh has to do all my hard work backwards. I hope this is working. This is already up to 12 minutes. I'm barely done with the legs. But yeah, I believe that should be easy to understand. And again, it's just these plate pieces, the corner 1x3s, the 1x1s, and a 1x4. I chose to use some sand blue in it because that gave it kind of like a weathering kind of look. I look at that as more of a gray and less of a blue. But yeah, that's that. And with that, I'll give a last second 360 of the finished leg, just in case you need as a better reference. I left this blank because it restricted some of the movement with the legs, but also kind of just gave them a little bit of detail. You'll be seeing a lot of these pieces in this build. I use a lot of them. I hope that helped. One sec here, my shoulder's cramping. Okay, I'll pull him off screen for a sec, so you'll just look at Lazy Boy over here. And I'm going to take off the pelvis section so I can better show that off separately, because the rest of him is kind of complex. I'll take him apart piece by piece. But here's the pelvis section. It's a simple build. In fact, I can take it apart like this. It uses, oh, they changed the piece. I didn't know that. But it's the same piece. They to where it is able to hold up. It's the 2x3 where it has a kind of level differential. And then on the top here, which you could get away with a 4x1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, a 4x10. You can get away with that, but I didn't have any in light gray, so I had to use 2x10s. But yeah, and a 2x4. You need that 2x4 because it makes it to where it fills in that gap right there and adds sturdiness. All those stud anti-studs are gripping on all these studs, which makes it extremely robust and sturdy. It's practically a glorified brick. But again, that works. I also use the slider plates, the 1x2 ones, as to give a little bit of fill-in detail. 1x2 plates here, and these pieces, which do they have a number? Let me check real quick. They do not have a number. They're too damn small. Wait, no, what? I can't read it. It's too damn tiny. I need a magnifying glass for that. But it's these pieces. Then they just go right here. Sorry if I'm over-explaining it. I've never done one of these before at a level like this. But that is the pelvis, so that's all figured out. Oh, when you do put the pelvis on the build, it goes in this area right here. there is a 2x10 space between in the back of it, and a 1x10 in the front of it where these little round things go to hold everything together. We'll get onto that in a sec. I probably should have left these plates on, but I didn't, because I'm an idiot. In fact, I'm actually going to modify that fuck up by putting the pelvis back on and taking off the pieces that I should have taken off. So yeah, this is the setup that it's supposed to be. You'll tell by the knob in the back, the button for the light, which I'll get in a minute, and again, it's a 1x10 in the front, 2x10 in the back. Now, let's see. Now, we're going to go over his top door first and his roof and work our way down. It's a little more simplistic. Again, he's going to have to do this backwards. But if I pull this off, as you can see, it's just attached with two 1x2 clip pieces. It adds sturdiness while also holding the door on and allowing it to go up and down. It's friction, so you don't have to worry about it lift now. So if you want to have the arm throwing an enemy inside, then, or a minifigure on the inside, then you can. But I'll take the door off, get a good look at it. I didn't have enough 2x4s, but you could substitute this with a 2x4 in orange, like over here and on the face. Oops, sorry. And for these, you can go 1x8s if you have them. I don't know if they come in orange, but if they do, you could swap them out to make it a little more sturdier. Well, it doesn't have to be sturdy, it's one big plate. But that is a 4x8 going this way. And then there's two orange ingots for some texture detail. You can make that all smooth off if you want, or if you want to go solely these little ingot pieces, you might be able to get away with putting another one of these in this section, so covering up over all this. You should be able to get away with holding itself together while having just ingots, old orange ones, so that way that you can be able to get that texture that he had in the actual figure. Well, that's done. Now, we're going to take his roof off, or in this case, his head, the top of his head. And as you can see, it is a 6x8, was it? No, 6x10. 6x10 space. These brackets, or not brackets, clips, are held on like such. Little yellow square studs and 1x2 plates. There is a space in between these, so you have to use a 2x2 and a 2x3 to leave a gap in the front so the clip is able to be right then and there, because when you put the door on, if you don't have that, then it will stick up a little too much. This will allow it to be a little more flush with the roof. As with the figure in the day and age that it was, he had a 1x2 plate on top of a 2x2 slope. So this is supposed to be that 1x2 plate, and as you can see from the head, it matches up with that geometry pretty well. That'd be a 2x4 brick, a 2x2 not a 2x4 brick, a 2x2 brick, a 2x2 slope, and a plate or tile on top. I can't speak. But yeah, 1x6s, 2x4s, and this is a 1x8. I missed. I'm worse than Junkbot. This is gonna be the next hard part, so I'm actually gonna take this piece off and go over this real quick, because this is a little more easier to speak about. Now, this is using these little plate things where it is a tile with a plate sticking out. This follows a geometry of 5 plates wide, but the third plate is in the middle. So you have to kind of fill in the gaps from there. I use the 3x3s focus. Over here would be and then a 2x3, and over here in this little spot would be a 4x8. Then I use these printed tiles. You can get these from that Mandalorian Forge set. They're little sticker detailed ones. I thought they look cool. If I pull those off real quick, then you can see that all this is attached by studs. I'm pretty sure you have to use studs, which are the little red ones I got here, to hold these on and give enough gap for these to slip through and fit into. You might be able to get away with, it's a piece in my collection over here, one of these in the middle. I didn't think about that until now. It should be no issue, but I can't confirm it without redoing it. I don't want to do that right now. I just want to get this breakdown taken picture or recorded. And then it has these little quarter circular tiles prints on both sides. I decided to use this. I thought it would look cool. Let's see. And if I take all these off, you can see it is one of the half circle plate pieces. The 8x8 one, the 8x4 circular piece, whatever the fuck it's called. And then again, that plate in the back, the 4x8, and all these 2x2. These are more scuffed up and dirty. I don't do enough to clean them. The 2x2 upside down tiles, I guess you want to call them, the boat tiles. These things. Yeah, I just put them all in the back there, so when it's on the inside of Junkbot's head, it's not seeing anti-studs, it's just seeing that like it's literally ready to start grinding it down. You couldn't see it well when I did a review, but yes, it's the grinders. I'm actually going to slightly take this roof off so I can give you a better look at everything from there. Next up, we're going to be looking at these little walls. This is all brick built. Just uses the 1x2 slopes, 4 of them, 2 of the 1x1 bricks. You could probably get away with, for these, the 1x4s. I didn't have enough in orange, so I had to improvise. And then this came from a set. I don't know which one, but it is a stickered piece. You can choose not to have it if you want to or not. Excuse me. But yeah, it uses like 2 of them on each side and other parts of it too. I'll take these off my desk because that's all junk now. I forgot to do that. And this is the grinder. It's a very simple build. It uses the stoppers for the middle and bottom ones, but not for the top one. But it is exactly 8 units wide with 10 as a connection bits as it plugs into these. Now, I'm not going to put the gear grinder back in, but I am going to show you how it kind of works with the figure itself, which is this part. You put it back on here. It takes up this kind of spacing. I might be going too much into detail. I won't know until I've posted this. But due to the fact that this piece goes right here, that restricts any kind of access and makes it look filled in, so it plugs in that little area. I also used, so it didn't lean down too much, these slider rails, the 1x2s and the 1x8s, so it fills that gap in just perfectly and makes sure that it's not so low that it gets stopped by the studs, so you can actually spin it. It's a little more back than that, but there you go. You can actually spin it because of that. That was a detail I wanted to keep. Come on, come apart. There we go. Those are the walls. I'll put those off to the side just because I have to use them again. And this is Junkbot's head. Now I'm going to push the plunger and open the mouth. And again, that light brick, I love that. And I'm going to pop the bottom mouth off so you can get a good look at this. Again, you can use whatever colors you want. It doesn't have to be the specific color scheme. This is what I had in hands. But yes, one of these bracket pieces in whatever color you find your fancy, you just put it right there, and they're all 2x4s all the way around. The clips, little pieces, you can just see it and figure it out from there. It's pretty self-explanatory. Gigamesh is good at this, so he's gonna figure it out with ease. I'm just gonna put these away because I don't think I'm gonna need them anymore. God, this guy's he's just half of a former man, but it's about to make figure out. Real quick, this is what this is all based off of. If you haven't seen the review yet, this is the original Junkbot design, minus the prints, which somebody is going to be making stickers. I don't remember who. I'll just put him off to the side. Let's go over this now. Now, this is a little bit more complex because there's a lot of inner detail. The first thing is that this piece is not stuck in, so it will come out, but there is holes going through. I will show that in a second when I get to that point. But I will do a slow 360 from all points, just in case you want to choose it that way. Give them multiple options. Yes, my bricks are dirty. I'm still in the process of trying to clean them and do other shit. Get a lot of views of it so we can maybe figure it out by head. Okay. The plunger is pretty simple. It's just I don't remember how long. I think that's a 12 long axle. I don't know. Not the point. Let's go back to Junkbot. I'm going to real quick separate some parts of him real quick so I can do this easier. Brick separator, do not fail me now. Don't fail me now, brick separator. So I am doing this live. I'm terrible at this. It's my first time actually doing a breakdown that didn't suck. Oh, shit. It's going to be a little more hard to get this taken apart, but I can do it. I can do it. I gotta take it apart anyways. I need the pieces. There we go. That'll have to work for right now. Okay. Now, as I have separated it, you can see the top of his cranium is bent. He's been lobotomized. But, yeah, this is just a plate form of it. I had to use for certain areas, little 1x1s. I just did not have the corner pieces. You can probably do a better job than I can. I am parts limited, and he's using LDD for it. Or not LDD, it was Studio. I cannot speak. Stud.io, whatever you want to call it. I call it Studio because that's what it looks like to me. You can probably just get a good look at it and figure out from there. I will keep this together for at least a little while longer. There is this setup so that this piece can be in this area. It is exactly, if I can, hold on. 6, and then shit's falling. Go figure. This is a travesty already. More just blank screen than me actually showing this build. But it's one of these, 4 of these little grill bricks, and then 2 plates to fill it in exactly right here. I'm going to take one of the walls off. You can go in junk because you're done now. This is the wall ahead of it. So we're doing this wall now. So you just get a good look at it and you can figure it out. Again, he's probably going to do this backwards because that'll be a lot easy with how chaotic my or breakdown of this is. Now, this will be a little bit more difficult. For this next part, I'm actually going to separate. You're done, so you can just be going. Oh, another thing I want to say about this real quick. You can use a, maybe, I don't know how well, but you could probably use a 1x6 or another 1x8, and then a 2x6 orange one. So each of these can be 1x1 little plates. So you can have the eyes in the middle, on the other side, and so on. Just 4 of them in white and 2 in black just to get that look. Maybe you want to do 2 in red if you want to make him look like he has like screaming laser eyes. That'd be cool. He's gonna be looking at us like this entire time. Yes, I know your pain. Anyways, we'll get on to separating all the pieces around it. Come on, cooperate. Thank you. I'm using my fingernail because it's actually working better than the brick separator. Oh, how fingernails work better than brick separators. What a fucking travesty. Now I need the brick separator. Holy shit. It's a Christmas miracle. In January. Let's see. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit more difficult. I'm going to pop that off. Damn it, that's supposed to come off. This is not working live, but oh well. Because I'm not live streaming, or else this would be even more of a travesty. Okay, pop you off. There we go. Put that off to the side. We'll reassemble all this so I can actually review the fucker. Pop you right there, and you right there. There we go. Much better. Now, this is the innards. This is the shell. I had to kind of disassemble a little bit so I can get it around this piece, which I probably could have done differently, but that all goes right there. I'll put that off to the side so you can see this. There's a brick going through because yeah, that was a last minute modification to get that plunger. I had to modify it before I did the review. But you can see it's mostly just stacking bricks and figure out. You might do a better version than what I did, but I kept these grills in the back just to get a little extra detail. One of them had to be removed when I decided to add the plunger. And then for it, you want to use these because when these are attached, all the area that it takes up, including if I put his face back on for like 2 seconds, if I can't, let me just off screen so I can actually do this better because it's a little bit difficult when it's not on the screen. I'll just do it like that. There we go. It allows the piece that sits here, the this piece, when it sits right here, it needs all 4 of those studs to have full contact. So yes, you want to use these pieces specifically. I will take this all back off so you can see it better and get an understanding of what I'm talking about. Look at them. You like to look at them. Whoops, it came off with his head. What the hell am I doing? Okay, I'm just gonna destroy it. You pretty much know it at this point. But yeah, these pieces here, I love these. I have a lot of them now, and I want more. But yeah, this might come in orange. I'm not too sure, but I used gray because I didn't have it in orange. But yeah, that's the space in the back for the light brick button. It's got to be that opening so you can actually move it. You might be able to do this a plate down, or maybe 1 or 2 plates down, so it's better. I don't know. I honestly wanted to get done with this build faster than I thought I would. But this is the build for the innards. Again, this is a chaotic breakdown. You can kind of see how everything looks. These pieces here are all the way through. This is where the plunger fits in, as it goes through this hole right here. I'm doing this live with them looking at my screen, and it goes all the way through it to the front where it plunges the door open. Okay, so remember that. It uses these brick the engine block pieces is a 2x3 light brick in yellow. I don't know if they come in other colors, but who cares? And that is a 3 long axle, 2 plates, 1 tile, all rounded. There you go. A lot of other things are just to fill in gaps, like a 1x2 brick here is right before the blue slopes, a blue chair. There's the insides of the chair. The chair has to be all this way forward because the chair also helps hold the entire structure together, as well as all of these, which look fucking hideous, but you're never going to see them. Grow bricks there. These pieces, so I'm glad to finally get these back. It has to use 4 of them in total, a lime green one, or any kind of shape one. You don't even have to use it in this same format, but you'll be able to make it so it matches up all the way. Because this plate here is wherever I put that, oh, there it is. On the outside, when this is on, it actually matched up with the upper plates that hold it all together. So it's not the same math. But yeah, that's the inside. I use this. There's nothing really inside of it. I just use it because I like the details in the back. I don't know where I got that from. But yeah, I'll give a better look at that. And for these sections, just 2x2s, nothing super special. But for this light brick, you want 2 1x2 plates, the brick, and or not 1x2, 2x3 bricks, and a 2x3 brick on top. So it's in the middle of a brick. So that way it's high enough that you can push the button and, oh god, that's brighter than I thought it would be. But yeah, it's got to be in that form, as you can see on screen. I'll see if the light can kind of glare it a little better so you can see it better. But yeah, there we go. Shit, I think something just flew. Oh, that's not a bad thing. For the plates, I had to improvise. I didn't have the right size, but this is an 8x8 plate, a 2x8, and then 1x2s, and the 1x2 little bar pieces with the openings on the side, or structures on the side. That's for that kind of point, because that's where I put it. That's where the mouth plugs in. Now the mouth only plugs in 2 sections, right there and there, and it closes up. Again, as I said, a complete brick space, 2 plates, and a bracket match up perfectly with it. So yeah, that prevents it from going all the way in, as you can see on screen. And again, when the eyes are on, like so, and I didn't intend for this when I was doing it, it gave him a mouth. Some pieces aren't sitting correctly. Oh well, it's not the point. But yeah, it gave him a mouth, which I did not intend, which is a thing the character does. He does have the kind of look. You might be able to do like printed pieces to give him the more smile kind of face if you want. That's your choice. I don't care. But yeah, you can probably do like special prints if you want, or stickers, whatever you want to call them. And that would give the gap for it. Originally, I had it to where you had to use a brick separator to pull the mouth open, but then I decided to put the plunger in, so I can plunge it open. You just pull the rest away. But he sits perfectly right there. Just sit him down, plug him in. You can also hold his toes and sit him back a little bit, and that's how he's supposed to sit it. He's supposed to have at least about 2 plates, maybe a full brick space. Yeah, he's about a full brick space head height. So yeah, so if you wanted to try and make him stand up in it, you should be able to. Let me check. All right, stay on you stupid legs. I mean, you could probably get him to stand up there. No, he won't stand up there pretty well. He's taller than that. Not the point. That's the inside. Finally, I'm done. I'm gonna review that guy when I feel like it, or scrap him. I haven't decided yet. But I hope that this helps gigamesh. I hope I didn't make it too chaotic. I don't want to have to do this again. Please don't make me. Oh God, this is a nightmare already. But yeah, the rest of it you could probably figure out and fill in the gaps yourself. It might make it easier than trying to follow this step by step, because I may have gone too far. But oh well. Hope you had a great day, a great night, and goodbye.